You know, when life be lifing and things are like going bad in your life, it's like, God, what are you doing? And then the song for me, like Fred Hammond, your steps are ordered by God. That's exactly what I gotta give a testimony to God. But there's actually two things I gotta give God the glory from because, whew, life be lifing, and I'm like, God, what's going on? But God, I give you honor and the glory. So I got to tell you this because you probably got a similar story or a story that needs to be shared, and you need to bless somebody, and you're wondering why you haven't got your blessing because you haven't told your testimony or shared your story because somebody needs to get blessed from it. So I want to share you mine because I want to make sure folks know what's up because I think it's important that we share our stories. So, okay, about a year and a half ago, me and my buddy were going to a Seattle Seahawks game because every year around this time we go to a Seahawks game. Well, the Seahawks game was in December and, cold and flu season. So when it came to getting better, I wasn't. I had something and something was going on and I didn't know what was going on. But I was like, all right, I got to do something. When I was thinking about how can I go get help, who's going to help me, I'm on a small budget. I don't have these fees. My insurance is not going to kick in until in 1 month. So like, God, where do I go? He said, go to your client. I'm like, oh yeah, go to your client. Okay. So I end up going to my client. He has this office and I've been needing to get to his new office. I've been with him since day one, since he had the idea for his company, and he's just been crushing it. He's a nurse practitioner. He's turned his business full-time to a direct primary care. Again, I've been with him since day one. And so I went to go visit him. He was like, yeah, I can help you. Long story short, and I'm also going to get you connected to my trainer, Brandon, because he can help you with some other things because this is my idea, my goal, my vision. He got me brought up to speed on all the things that he wanted to do. So I was like, bro, you're doing your thing, man. I'm super proud of you. I knew you could do it, blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, where's your office at? I'm like, bro, I'm like in between offices. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to land. I know I need to do this, but offices are so expensive. And he was like, well, I got an office. I'm like, huh? I'm like, well, what are your terms? And so we kind of chopped it up with the terms. And so then it was like, boom, I got an office. I got an office from the fact that I was sick, going to get help. And God knew I needed more than just help as in medicine. But then he got me help where I could have an office. And I've been there now for a year and a half. But it all started with the idea of me believing in myself to start my business, right? I got to give God all the glory for that because I really didn't believe in my business. I first called it a nonprofit consultancy because I was doing a whole bunch of nonprofit work. And I didn't realize how much of that was marketing and telling people stories, getting people to help them get over the bridge to where they told a story, they converted it, turned into a client. It was a donation to a customer, blah, 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 blah. But then from there, fast forward a few months, not necessarily a few months, about 6 months, and I started working with Brandon. And I was like, I was having issues with my shoulder. And then the issues I was having with my shoulder, it was bad. And so here's where I'll show you the pictures. I couldn't move. Like when I was take off my shirt, I would grimace in pain. And it was so painful. And I was already working with Brandon as a client. He needed some help. And I'm like, man, I'm more than happy to help you and everything. And he then said, hey, look, you need to start training with me because I would go in there and he's already given me stuff like, he's giving me stuff to work on. Like from this little ball right here, he's gave me this strap right here, and then he gave me another one like this right here. And it's just crazy because like homie's been helping me, and I was really at the point where my body was giving up in a lot of ways, and I said, I'm pretty much done, as in like I might need to get cut. I didn't want to say I wanted to get cut, but that was pretty much where I was at because I'm like, man, I'm so late right now, y'all. But I got to give God the glory. I got to get going. This is all part we're not telling my clients hey, you got to make content, and part of making content is I'm just keeping it real with you. What I wanted to give God the glory for is and share this story and bless somebody is like even in your worst pain, even when you're going through something, and it's not necessarily why when it's more about I have a plan for you and my plan is better than your plan. So just trust me, don't worry, seek me first in the kingdom of God, and everything shall be added unto you. Therefore, do not worry, man. That's that like Matthew 6:34, 33, 34, man. That's a hard pill to swallow when you're going through some major stuff. But I got to give God the glory. I want to give him the praise because life be life in that time. So I don't even think we understand that when we just give it to God, God has a huge blessing for us if we just let go, let God. So I just wanted to share to tell you the two blessings for me being sick. I went into something and I started to believe more in my brand, more in my clients, more in the things that I do, and he blessed me for it. So I'm already late for my men's breakfast. I got to go, but I wanted to share that with you so you can be blessed. Go share your story, your testimony, give God the glory, and go bless somebody. I'm out. Oh, oh yeah, one more thing. Stop trying to play it safe.